Hey, you guys, it's the end of week 1, and your teachers are busy putting in grades for you. And some of you might be wondering, how did I do? What does my grade look like? Some of you might just see a crappy grade and immediately want to email your teacher. Before you do that, stop and listen to this video. So Luke Berger was nice enough to give me permission to go in as him and Echo. And I want to show you a few things that you're going to need to check as we do our online or distance learning. Normally in class, your teacher can hand you a paper back. You can see how many you got wrong. And many of you have been turning things online now for a long time, but not very many of you have been using the feedback or looking at your scores in the gradebook to see how you did. This is the only way that your teachers can give you feedback on how you did and whether or not you have a redo or a retry. And some of you rely only on your to-do list to give you a clue as to what still needs to be done. So when you're logged into Echo on your home page, you've got 3 tabs. You've got your courses, to-do list, and activity stream. Now, if you clicked here, you can get your to-do list for all of your classes. This might be a little bit overwhelming. What I want to point out is your activity stream. Some of you use this, most of you do not. All right, anytime your teacher sends you a message or puts in a grade through Echo, something will pop up on the activity stream. So you can see that Luke has gotten some messages from Mr. Shepard, and he can also see that I have graded the assignments that have been submitted in Echo. So let's check this out. Again, he has permission or has given me permission to do this. So for the comic episode questions, it just says that I graded it. But notice down here, it says click to view feedback. That means I typed something. So if I click on it, you can see right here, really quick, what I typed. And I just typed that he could get to choose any monument he wanted for the project. Now, let's say you're in the class. You're going to need to go check your gradebook regularly. So we haven't done a lot in 6th grade science, but you can see the 3 assignments that he turned in or graded. Now, let's talk about the little symbols up here. The status. A green check mark means I put a grade in. That might be a 0. If you didn't do the work, I can put in a 0. It's still going to give you a check because I put the grade in. You're going to need to pay very careful attention to these little speech bubbles. That means your teacher has typed you a message. You need to read it. So on the exit ticket, I typed, I'm glad to see you tried this until you got it right. Because you did. All right, this symbol right here means you can retry it. All right, now he's got a 10 out of 10. He doesn't need to, but you're going to find that your teachers are going to give you a lot more chances to redo assignments. And before you email them saying, hey, Mrs. So-and-so, how can I get my grade up? Or why do I have an F? You need to go in and check your gradebook first because chances are, A, your teachers are getting a ton of emails right now. And B, you have access to this. You should know exactly why you have the grade you do. So we're going to put the ball in your court. We're going to ask you to be more proactive about checking your grades. And each week, your teacher's going to update things so that you know if you're on track or not. And if you have a 0, chances are there's a redo. They're going to take it for late credit. But it's your responsibility to use these. So again, you got to go into your gradebook, look for the status symbols like the speech bubble, the redo symbol, and when you're at your home page, use this activity stream. It's letting you know when your teachers have graded things that you submitted. It also lets you know that your submission was successful. So if you have any questions about Echo or your grades, your teachers are there for you, but you need to become an expert in looking up your own grades on Echo. We have 7 more weeks of this, so we want you to be experts.